Hello dear students, today's lesson is listing outcomes. In a single event such as throwing a die or tossing a coin, we have a simple set of possible outcomes. We can list all of these outcomes and how we find the probability of a successful outcome? Well, we use this formula here. The probability of a successful outcome to occur is the number of successful outcomes over the total number of outcomes. All right, let us continue directly to some exercises. The first one is two coins are thrown. List the possible outcomes. What is the probability the coin will land the same way? The coins will land the same way. All right, so let us write H for heads, and T for tail. Now, so we have two possible outcomes. Either it will be heads, either it will be tails. So let us write tails here. Now, because we know each coin has two sides that it can land, we have two outcomes. But now look, the question says two coins are thrown. So let us make a small table here. So we have first try, first coin, let's say first coin and second coin. Well, the first coin has two possibilities and the second coin has two possible outcomes. So that means we will have in total four possible outcomes. Let us list all of them. The first one heads and the second one heads. The first one heads, the second one tails. The first one tails, the second one heads, and the first one tails, and the second one tails also. So these are the total number of outcomes. We can simply just write them age, ht, th, and tt, like this. What is the probability the coin will land the same way up? All right, so we can see directly from the table here that this is one possible outcome because we have two heads. This is not because we have one head and one tail, so it's not the same way up. This one is also not, and then this one is. So the probability that the coin will land the same way up, let us just write probability same way up, will be, we can write probability being head or tail, like this. So how many outcomes are there? Two. What is the total number of possible outcomes? 4. 2 over 4. We can cancel it to 1 over 2. Let's continue to another exercise. A red bead, a blue bead, and a black bead are in a bag. A bead is taken from the bag without looking. Its color is recorded. The bead is replaced in the bag. A second bead is taken from the bag without looking. Its color is recorded. List the possible outcomes. All right, so we have one red, one blue, one blue, and one black. One black bead. So in total we have 3 beads. Let us see what our outcome for the first bead. Well, the first bead can be either red, either blue, either black. So we can make a table like this. First outcome, second outcome. Now, how many outcomes will there be in total? Well, it can be red. It can be red. Well, another chance will be that the first one is red and the second one may be blue. Then we have red and black. Let us write black, B, L. So this is black. Then the first one may be blue. So if the first one is blue, then we may have the second one red. If it's blue, then the second one may be again blue. If the first one is blue, the second one may be black. So let it be black. Let's suppose the first one may be black, so BL. So the second one may be red. black, blue, and black, black. So this is the list of our possible outcomes. Well, there should be 9 possible outcomes. As we can see here, 9 outcomes. Great. Let's continue to another exercise. A coin is thrown and a dice is rolled. List all the possible outcomes. So we have first to toss a coin and to throw a die. Now, as we know, the coin has 2 sides, so it will be either heads or tails. But the die, we suppose it's a regular die, so it has possibilities 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Now, what are our outcomes? All right, it can be one head, the coin may land on head, and the die may show 1. So we may have head 2, head 3, head 4, head 5, head 6. Then we may have tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, tail 4, tail 5, and tail 6. Well, these are all the outcomes that can occur. There is nothing except these. Question B, this was A. Question B, what is the probability that heads and an even number are thrown? So look, it says, what is the probability that heads and an even number are thrown? So both of these must occur. So heads and even numbers, let us write here probability heads and even. Well, how many of these outcomes fulfill this condition? Heads and even, heads and even, heads and even. So H2, H4, and H6. That means 3 outcomes out of, well, we have 12 outcomes. 3 over 12, that means 1 over 4. So 1 over 4 is our answer. These spinners are shown to be fair. They are both spun at the same time. First question, list all the pairs of numbers you can get. Alright, so if you see the first spinner has 4 possible outcomes, the second spinner has 3 possible outcomes. Now, what is the total number of outcomes that can occur? Alright, so we can list all of them. The first one being 1, the second one showing 5, for example. Another outcome would be 1, 6. Another outcome would be 1 and 7, like this. Then 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7. Then 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 7. Then 4, 5, 4, 6, and 4, 7. So these are all possible outcomes that can occur. Now, what is the probability of getting a 2 and a 6 together? So a 2 and a 6. Let us see here. This was part A. This is part B. So a 2 and a 6, it's only this one. So we don't have any other 2 and a 6 together. That means the probability of getting 2 and 6 would be 1 out of how many possible outcomes are there? Well, there are 12. So 1 out of 12. Question C. What is the probability that the two numbers are both even? All right, let us see in which cases we have both numbers even. There is, of course, this one, 2, 6. Another one would be 4, 6. All right, so we have only 2 cases, 2, 6, and 4, 6. That means probability of both numbers even, let us just write both even, would be 2 out of 12. That means 1 out of 6 chances. There are some red beads and some black beads in a bag. One bead is taken from the bag. Its color is noted. The bead is then replaced in the bag. So we put it back in the bag. A second bead is taken from the bag. Its color is noted and then it's replaced in the bag. List the possible outcomes. So let's see, we have some red beads and some black beads in the bag. If we have some red beads, it may be like more than one to be some. At least we have one, so that is enough for us. And some black beads, that means we have at least one black bead in the bag. So let's say we have one red, at least one red, and at least one black bead. So what is the number of possible outcomes? Well, first we take a bead, then we have two possibilities. Again, like in the beginning. First one and second bead. Well, the first bead has two possibilities, either being red, either being black. So if the first one is red, then the second one, it may also be red, or it may be black. The same applies if the first bead was black, the second one may be red, or maybe black. So that's it. In a restaurant, extra toppings are for pizza can be chosen. You can choose from mushrooms, onions, or pepper. Jai chooses two toppings. List the possible outcomes. Alright, so if you choose toppings for pizza, you need to know that the order does not matter. So mushroom and onion is the same as onion and mushroom. So what is the list of possible outcomes? Well, this is the list. You can have mushroom and onion, one outcome. Another one may be mushroom and pepper. Another one may be onion and, let us just write like this, onion and pepper. And that's it. Why we can't find others? Because we need to write onion and mushroom, which is the same, or we can write pepper and onion, which is the same as onion and pepper. So there are three possible outcomes that you can choose. Let's continue. We have this spinner. This spinner has the numbers from 1 to 5. As you see, each number is equally likely to occur. List all the possible outcomes when the spinner is spun twice. Alright, we can make a table for this one. It's easier to represent. So you make a table. Let's write here the first spin, second spin. So now on the first spin, we have 5 outcomes, which are these, and on the second spin we have also 5 outcomes, which are the following. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So if you got twice 1, then it's 1, 1, one outcome. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, and finally 4, 5. Last one, 5, 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, and 5 5. All right, these are the total number of outcomes. This was under A, and B, it says what is the probability that the same number is spawned both times. All right, we can clearly see that there is this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, that we got the same number twice. So what is this probability? Well, the probability of getting same both times, same both times, will be how many outcomes have the same output twice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 out of, what is the total number of outcomes? Well, it's 5 times 5, 25. So it's 25. We can cancel this by 5. So 1 over 5, our final answer. All right, students, thank you very much. See you next lesson.